Hello, and welcome to the Von Jono Predicament. My name is Steve Von Jono. It is November 1st, and I am quitting the show. Done forever. It's due to cascading failures from the staff, and I don't want to say any more, for legal reasons, but, Producer Nancy, Mom, you there? You there? She's still asleep? Okay, that bitch is on watch, all right? Also, we're going to talk about the presidential election, which will be happening in somewhere between 3 to 19 days. Science still can't figure out exactly when. And as a moderate centrist, I will not tell you who to vote for. But thankfully, the savior of humanity, Donald J. Trump, I'm neutral on him, appeared on the popular Joe Rogan all-day training at night radio program to explain his ideas for the future of this beautiful country, which is, of course, a trash fire full of children constantly being diddled into transness and also vice versa. It's the greatest country in the world as long as we can keep it. And again, I am not telling you who to support. I'm actually really liberal. But to clarify, when I said keep it, I mean you need to go vote for Donald Trump and bring 5 friends with you. And if you don't have any friends, you need to go make some friends. And I don't offer friendship advice on this channel. Maybe go check out, Andrew Tate or the Hawk Tuah girl. They'll set you up. But here we explain politics and make you smarter. So put on your helmet, because your brain's about to explode when the show starts right at the button. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This will be the last episode ever, and I want all of you, my loyal viewers, to know, and I really do mean this from the bottom of my heart, that this is your fault, and I personally do not like you. And let me stress, this is not because of money. I have a lot of money. I do not shop at Save-A-Lot. I go to Whole Foods, or at least Aldi. They sell sushi now, and yes, it might be frozen, but it's still a sign of elegance and class. No, the issue isn't money. It is, in fact, all of you. Minus the Patreon subscribers. You guys are cool. Well, mostly cool. You could still donate more, actually, but at least you're contributing to our project, which is changing culture. But everyone else who just watches the video and maybe comments on it saying that I'm not funny or bad at this or have stupid fat man tits, you bitch-ass motherfucker. Because of you guys, I'm stopping forever.
Again, not about the money, just the principle of the thing. Get your principles right.
I had big plans. I was going to open up a 3-story coffee shop where young people could get away from woke ideas and just celebrate American values like individuality and trucks. Also, I was going to call the coffee shop Starbricks and have the logo be the same mermaid, and maybe we could have gotten some confused customers. Also, we would have sold Aldi brand coffee. Not that free trade organic shit. I'm talking the $2.99 brick. It's called like Cafe Rico or whatever. Point is, I was committed to the free exchange of ideas and also ludicrous profit margins. I was going to open a skate park. Then I saw how much paperwork that took, and so I decided instead to just buy a skate park someone had already opened. Preferably one that a bunch of far-left activists, Jewish, pedophile, were already using to spread their communist ideas. Then they all threatened to, quote, beat the hell out of me, and so instead I decided to buy a roller rink. Those things are so damn cheap nowadays. They're only used every 3 months by, 4th graders on a terrible field trip. Also, those 4th graders are pedophiles too.
Stop kissing 9-year-olds, other 9-year-olds. And no, I don't know what skibbity toilet means.
But I can't do any of these things due to you guys, the fans. You suck. Fuck you. It's like you don't even want culture to change. Fine, just keep the Little Mermaid black and the green M&M just fat enough that you're still going to have sex with him, but not, be proud of it. Cascading failure, it's called. One thing fails, and that causes the next thing to fail, and that causes a third thing to fail, and then a butterfly flaps its wings in China, and the next thing you know, a 17-year-old girl in the San Fernando Valley is failing her latest test. And worst thing of all, it's a pregnancy test. She's failed it by, in fact, being pregnant, which some would consider a success against the woke Democratic Party who would like to murder the baby in the 7th trimester. And also, that's how many trimesters there are. It only makes sense. And again, this is not about the money. I cannot stress that enough. It is in no way connected to any recent funding that may or may not have been provided or not provided by any Russian state agents. And you should keep in mind that I am the victim in this story. Especially because I never even got the money. And I said all the things they wanted. Okay, Ukraine is the enemy of this country. We need to apologize to Russia. Borscht is actually really delicious. Vladimir Putin is 5'11". Zelensky has a small dick and it's shaped weird. Yet when I log into PayPal, nothing. And don't tell me they're using Venmo. Russia is a goddamn PayPal country if I've ever seen one. So yeah, officially done. But don't worry, I'm going to be okay financially. Because again, I am very independently wealthy from memberships and ad revenue. And also I have a big settlement coming up from when I slipped at a Kmart. Wait, what's that? Oh, they closed down all the Kmarts. Bankruptcy. Well, I still have Social Security. Wait, what's that? Oh, I forgot. Columbuston banned all forms of Social Security because we consider both of those words gay. All right, fair enough. I'll do the show again. Alrighty, welcome back to the first episode of the Von Gino Predicament Reboot. Kind of a leg sequel. Can we get a racially ambiguous teenager in here to bring in kind of a young TikTok sort of audience? Oh, we can't do that for a variety of reasons? Makes sense. Well, let's get on to the news. Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I can see no reason why the gunpowder treasons should ever be forgotten. Those are lines from the classic song Sunshine of My Love, which was the lead single from the V for Vendetta soundtrack, but it's also a great reminder of the upcoming United States presidential election, which I'm relatively sure is going to be on Tuesday. But if you show up on Tuesday at your local polling place, which is probably a public library, or if you're in California, sex dungeon, and they're not letting you vote, then show up again on Wednesday. And again on Thursday. Eventually you'll get the right day. Just keep trying. We have two candidates for the job of President of the United States. The first is former President Donald J. Trump, who looks like this. Indeed. That's a real photo right there. Yeah. The other candidate is, of course, Vice President. Notice that she's vice. He outranks her, Kamala Harris, who looks like this. It's not racial. That's a witch. They can be any color. Much like Kamala Harris herself, who at various times has claimed to be both black, as well as Indian, as well as Japanese, as well as bisexual. But that was just for a few months in college. Point is, she buys her sushi at 7-Eleven, and while she's there, she also gets a pack of Swisher Sweets. She can't be president, and I'm not racist, you are.
It's actually more racist to not notice how loud they are in movie theaters.
The way the polls are currently shaking out, it seems like Trump is going to have a narrow but comfortable victory. However, you must remember that all pollsters, by virtue of having presumably went to college and at least knowing how to turn on a computer, are in fact far-left radical communists. So if they say Trump has a half-point lead in Pennsylvania, then he's actually going to end up more popular than a gritty cheesesteak you could somehow show to a New Yorker and make them jealous enough to kill themselves. And if it seems like he's going to barely squeak out a win in Georgia, then he's actually more popular than a bag of peanuts boiled in sweet tea at a Tyler Perry film festival, and so on and so forth for the other states. Michigan, insane clown posse, white nationalist militia. Wisconsin, giant wheel of cheese that calls people from Minnesota gay. You get the drift. So even though he has this thing locked up 3 ways from Sunday, and also Sunday isn't the day you vote, I don't know, show up on Sunday. Anyway, show up on all the days. Donald Trump is still going out there campaigning hard. He's doing rallies in all the swing states, which are states in which you're legally allowed to fuck people who aren't your wife. He's appearing on the popular comedy show Kill Tony, where every week they eat an entire Tony's frozen pizza, and 1 week they ran out, so they tried Jack's. There were no survivors. And of course, he recently appeared on the popular radio program Joe Rogan's This American Life. It's a long-form audio entertainment vehicle where Joe Rogan, former 7th lead on news radio and current certified medical professional, talks to a variety of people from all walks of life. Some of them are comedians who crush it at the store. Some of them are UFC fighters who crush it in the octagon. Some of them are budding entrepreneurs who have invented new ways to measure skull shapes from space. And then some of them are presidential candidates. As far as I know, Donald Trump is only the last one of those. He would crush it at the store, though. He should give that a shot. Do the open mic. Now, I can't play any clips from the podcast because I will be immediately copyright struck by Joe Biden's YouTube and then presumably put in Guantanamo Bay. But it was a wide-reaching, illuminating conversation. Trump talked about stuff he has never gotten a chance to expound upon, such as how he actually won 2020 and how everyone's mean to him and how Arnold Palmer has a giant dong and that's actually what they modeled his drink can off of. Trump finally got a chance to talk about the real issues facing Americans. Namely, people are not showing him the respect he deserves. A lot of people are doing that, and by that I mean not doing that, not showing him the respect. If you don't vote for him, that's disrespectful. If you go vote for anyone else, you are, quite frankly, engaging in cyberbullying IRL, and that's the tolerant left for you. They also talked a lot about UFOs, which are something I'm reasonably sure Trump knows about. And then they also touched on the assassination of JFK, someone I would probably guess Trump has heard of. Could probably pass a test on what UFO or JFK stands for. Don't make him do that. He promised Joe Rogan that he's going to release all the files related to these issues as soon as he's elected. And then we can be assured that Joe Rogan will proceed to read all of these files just as soon as he's done with whatever work of classical Russian literature he's currently in the middle of.
He looks like a dream life of Sukhanov kind of guy.
So Americans, and specifically my viewers, you have a choice in front of you. Maybe, arguably, possibly, the most important choice you'll ever make in your life. And that choice is, of course, do you wear a condom when having sex with a prostitute you hired to lose your virginity, or do you pay the extra $20 to go raw dog? On one hand, you can maybe possibly have a family, and then people on Twitter will stop making fun of you for being a childless loser. But on the other hand, you might catch an STD. And I must say, I don't know what that is. I think it's some kind of like storage card or something, which is actually pretty cool. So I guess it's win-win. Oh, also, there's an election next week. You should vote for Trump. I'm a moderate centrist. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I love you. Let me say this first off. Like and subscribe. I want to say that first. I got all the links down there. I'm going to be doing a live stream this Tuesday on Election Day. I'm committing to it. That evening, election evening, I'll be sitting here watching the results come in, watching Trump easily win a 17-state landslide. That's how many states there are, I think. It goes Arkansas, Alabama, Aardvark, Ohio, I'm in that one. Is Vancouver a state? I don't know. Anyway, he's going to win them all, and we're going to see that on the live stream on Tuesday, so check that out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please hit all those buttons down below. Follow me on X.com, a website that's always been called that. Hit me up on TikTok, on Instagram, and of course, on Patreon. Patreon.com/The Von Gino Predicament. For only $5 a month, you get exclusive bonus content. Ladies and gentlemen, you get, of course, access to a weekly bonus episode. You get access to raw video. You get to participate in polls. And of course, you get an executive producer credit. Look at all these people. They're all going to vote for Trump. Everybody on this list. Keep that in mind. Write that down. They are committing themselves to voting at least 5 times. You might be saying, well, that's election interference, but every Democrat's going to be voting 10 times. So in fact, actually, we're being fair about it. So maybe shut up. Shut up. Burn in hell. Just kidding. I love you guys. All right. I got another video probably not coming out next week. I got a lot of shit to do next week with, don't worry about it. But I'll see you real soon. And until next time.
Man, we could just end this election and I don't think anyone would mind.
Shut up and sit down.